Oh, hello. My name is Yusuf and welcome to today's lesson. In today's grammar lesson, we'll be looking at an important grammar principle which we call the articles. Now, the articles at times are difficult for the students to understand, and I don't blame them because they don't speak English all the time in their countries. But hopefully in today's lesson, once we're done with the lesson, the articles would become far more easier for you, not only to understand, but also to use. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's kick off. Now in the English language, there are three types of articles. There are how many? Three types of articles. We have the a, we have the an, and we have the Okay, once again, how many articles are there in the English language? Three articles. We have the a, we have the, and we have the an. Okay, very good. Now the question is, how do we use the articles correctly in the English language? How do we use the articles correctly grammatically? Yeah. Now, noun. Okay. We use the articles before a noun. We use the articles before a noun. What is a noun? What is a noun? A noun is the name of a person, thing, or a place. Okay, once again. A noun is the name of a person, thing, or place. For example, my name is Yusuf. Okay, that is my name. Okay, so it's the name of a person, Yusuf. Right now, I am using the laptop from my living room. Okay, I'm using the laptop from my living room. Now, what do you think? The laptop, is it a person or is it a thing? Well, obviously, the laptop is a thing. So this is the name of a thing. Okay, noun could be the name of a person, Yusuf, or a name of a thing, laptop, or maybe behind me a chair, all right, or in front of me a window, okay, or next to me a bed. All right, clear? Okay, so it could be the name of a person, thing, or a place. So for example, I grew up in London, in the United Kingdom. Okay, London is a place. Maybe in your case you grew up in a small town. The name of that place could be classified as a noun. Okay, good. Now the rule here for the articles is that you use the article before, okay, before a noun. Clear so far? Good. Now here is the tricky part. Okay, here is the tricky part. The articles, the a, an, and the are divided into two categories. We have the definite article and we have the indefinite articles. Okay, we have the definite article and the indefinite articles. Let's look at this more in depth. Now the are, and the an, okay, these are the indefinite articles. Okay, these are the indefinite articles. Good. The remaining the is the definite article. The definite article. Okay, let's take a step back. We said that in order to use the articles, we need a noun. And we said the noun is the name of a person, the name of a place, or a thing. Okay? And we use the articles before the noun. All right? And we said that the articles, the are, the an, and the are divided into two categories. Okay? They're divided into the definite article, and they're divided into the indefinite articles. And the definite article is that, and the indefinite articles are and an. Clear so far? Very good. Now in the next example, we will be looking at how we use the indefinite article a. Okay? The indefinite article a. Good. Let's continue. Now in our previous example, we said that we divided the articles into the indefinite articles and into the definite articles. Now right now in this example, we will be looking only at the indefinite article a. The indefinite article a, or a for short. Okay, let's read together. We use the indefinite, okay, we use the indefinite article a, okay, before a singular, this is very important, before a singular noun. Clear? Before a singular noun, beginning with a consonant. Beginning with a consonant. Okay, now let's look at it. Let's just pause for a second. Okay, a is an indefinite article. Okay, are we clear about that? Good. And we use the a before a singular. Singular means one of a thing or one of a person. Okay, clear? So we use the indefinite article a before a singular noun, beginning. Now that noun has to begin with the letter consonant, or with a consonant letter. Now let's pause here. You remember long time ago when we were in kindergarten and our teachers used to teach us A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. These were the English alphabets. These were the English alphabets. All right. This is how we began to learn English, by learning the English alphabets. All right. Now, the English alphabets are divided also into two categories. Okay, into two categories. We have the consonants and we have the vowels. We have the consonants and we have the vowels. Okay. Now, the consonants are all the letters excluding the vowels. Are all the letters excluding the vowels. Now there are 5 vowel letters in English, and we will be coming to this later. Yeah, we have the we have the a, the e, the I, the o, and the u. One more time: the a, the e, the I, the o, and the u. Now, if you were to take these 5 vowel letters and put them somewhere, put them away, the remaining letters, such as, for example here, the consonants B, such as C, such as D, such as F, such as G, and such as H, or if you're from America, H, Americans, right? So these are the consonants. Okay, so a way of understanding the consonants is the non-vowel letters. Now let's look at this beautiful picture. Okay, we have a young child. I believe he is in the park. It looks very sunny, and he's stretching his hands as if he's trying to fly somewhere. And he has this beautiful smile on his face. Okay, he's a very happy child, clearly, right? And he's dressed very wonderfully. Now, in English, child, male, what do we call him? Boy. So he is a boy. You see where we're going with this? He is a boy. All right. And we said that B, the the letter B is a consonant. Okay, so B for boy. Do you remember in the old days? Yeah, B for boy, C for cat, D for dog, okay, F for fish, all right, G for garden. So we use the indefinite article a, okay, before a singular noun. We only have one person here, a boy, okay, and that noun has to begin with a consonant letter. Okay, it has to begin with a consonant letter, such as a B, for example, a boy, for example, C, a cat, D, a dog, so on and so forth. Clear so far? Very good. Excellent. Let's continue. Now, let's look at here. We have a car. What do we have? A car. How many cars can we see here? Only one. So it's singular, okay, and it's a noun. And as we said before, it begins with the consonant letter. Which consonant letter? C. Okay, C. So if we're using the indefinite article a, we say a car. Okay, a car. Now have a look. Which car do you think it is? Is it a Toyota? Is it a Lexus? I don't think so. It looks like an expensive car. Is it a Lamborghini? Is it a Ferrari? Or is it a Bugatti? What do you think? It is a Bugatti, one of my favorite car brands in the world. Okay, a very expensive car, a super fast car, a beautiful car. It is the car of my dreams, and one day, hopefully, if I don't buy this one, I'm going to buy the toy. Right? I'm just joking. Hopefully, I'll get the big one as well. Okay. All right. So, clear so far? Yeah. Excellent. Now, in the next example, we will be looking at the other indefinite article. So we said there are two indefinite articles, right? We have the a, which we talked about. All right. Now we will be looking at the second indefinite article, which is an. Okay, an. Again, an. Excellent. Fantastic. Now, so far we've talked about the indefinite article a. And we said there are some few things that we need in order to use it. We said that to use the indefinite article a, we need a consonant letter such as a B or a C or a D, right? And we need a singular noun, and we need to put the indefinite article a before the singular noun beginning with the consonant letter. And we give the examples of a boy, and we also give the example of my favorite car, a Bugatti or a car. Okay, fantastic. Now we will be looking at the second indefinite article, which is an. Okay, which is an. Let's read together. So we use the indefinite article an before a singular noun. Okay, interesting. All right, before a singular noun, beginning with a vowel, okay, vowel. Vowel is the opposite of a consonant. Vowel is the opposite of a consonant, and as I said before, there are 5 main vowels in the English language. We have a, we have e, we have I, we have O, and we have U. Okay, so vowels are A, E, I, O, U. So, in short, in order to use the indefinite article an, we need to put an before a singular noun, not beginning with a consonant, but this time beginning with a vowel letter. And we have an example here of a big, gigantic animal, a very famous animal. All right, who could tell me what's the name of this animal? You got that right. It is an elephant. Okay, it is an elephant. All right, fantastic. We can also use the indefinite article with other examples. So for example, we can see from this picture here, there's a gentleman. He is busy trying to fix the electricity, probably of a company or a house. Okay, he looks like a professional. What do you think is his job? All right, he's a professional electrical engineer. So if we want to use the indefinite article for electrical engineer, we don't say a electrical engineer. That is wrong. What do we say? An electrical engineer. Okay, an electrical engineer. Are we clear? Very good. Excellent. And by the way, it's not a bad job. I think the pay is pretty good. Okay. Okay. Pause here. Let's quickly recap. We have said that we have two types of indefinite articles. Okay. The first one that we spoke about was the indefinite article a. And we said that in order to use a, we need to put a before or in front of a singular noun beginning with a consonant letter, such as a boy or a car or a house, for example. Okay. Now we also spoke about the second indefinite article, which was an. Yeah, and we said that we use the indefinite article an also before a singular noun. So we put that before a singular noun, but we do not begin the singular noun with a consonant. We begin the singular noun with, what do we begin with? We begin with a vowel letter, and we gave the example of, do you remember, of an electrical engineer. Yeah. And also we can use it for other examples. So for example, egg. We don't say a egg. What do we say? An egg. And we spoke about our famous big gigantic animal, which is an elephant. Okay, an elephant. Clear? Excellent. Now we'll be looking at the last remaining article, which is the article, or the definite article. Okay, the definite article. Let's read together, shall we? We use the definite article the also before a singular noun. Interesting. And to talk about a specific thing. This is very important. To talk about a specific thing. Something that is important. Something that you have to choose from. Okay? Alright. Specific means clearly one thing. One thing. Okay? Fantastic. Now, let's look at the picture here. I don't know about you, but I love coffee. Alright? My favorite coffee is mocha. Okay? Dark mocha. Sometimes white mocha if I'm driving long distances. Okay? So, clearly, this is a cup of coffee. So, we'll be looking at a conversation happening in a cafe, all right, between a waiter and a customer. A waiter and a customer. And we will learn how we use the definite article there to talk about something specific, okay? Okay, or one thing. All right, think of specific as one thing. All right, okay. Let's start the conversation. Waiter says, "What would you like? The latte or tea?" So he's giving him here a choice between two things, okay? What would you like? The latte or tea? Meaning the coffee or tea. How does the customer respond? Let's see what the customer says. The customer says, "Can I have the latte, please?" Okay. The latte, please. Now, before he was given a choice between two things, tea and coffee, correct? Tea and coffee. All right, after thinking for about 1 second, he said, I will have the latte, please. Okay, the latte. Something specific, something precise, something exact, one thing. Clear so far? Very good. Okay, let's continue. Okay, I know you can't see me, but you can hear me. Okay, I had to hide my face because I was getting in the way. All right, I apologize for that. Okay, so we said that we use the definite article when we want to talk about something precise or something exact or one thing. And in the previous example, we said that there was a conversation between the waiter and the customer selected the latte. Okay, that is one of the ways of using the definite article the. We can also use the definite article in another way. Okay, let's look at here. So clearly we can see a very beautiful house. It looks to me a house probably in the quiet countryside. Okay, it has a ground floor and it also has a top floor. Okay, there are some few windows I could see. It's a beautiful house. It has a lot of lighting. It's the kind of house you wanna one day buy and retire with your lovely wife. Yeah, somewhere in the countryside. It has a beautiful garden in front of the house. Okay, and I can just see clearly there's a dining table and the curtains are well laid out. Okay, very good. So this is a beautiful house, and it's almost like evening time pushing night time, or maybe early morning before the dawn. You never know. Okay, all right, let's see how we can use the article here. So we can use the article the when we're talking about something. Okay, and in this case a noun, something. Okay, for the second time. Okay, for the second time. Okay, how can we use this in the second time? So there's a conversation between two friends, James and Kamal. James and Kamal. Let's see how they use the article the here. Okay, so James says, hey Kamal, I heard you bought a house. You bought a house. Okay, now if you remember, the was the indefinite article. Okay, so he's talking about the house, okay, for the first time. For the what? For the first time. He's mentioning to his friend Kamal for the first time that he heard that Kamal had bought a house. Okay, how does Kamal respond? Kamal says, yes, I did. Okay, the house, okay, is lovely. Okay, meaning the house is nice. Now, let's look at two things here. Okay, when we are talking about something for the first time, okay, we don't say that, hey Muhammad, I hear that you bought the house, because the other person, Muhammad, may not know what you're talking about. Okay, he doesn't know what you're talking about. Okay, so James here was mentioning for the first time about the house, and he said to him, a house. Okay, a house. But Kamal understood now that James is referring to his house. Okay, so Kamal knows what James is talking about, and James knows what he's talking about. So both of them have information about the same thing. Okay, so when you have information about the same thing and you want to use the article for the second time, you use that. Let me give you an example. Okay, for example, I have a friend. His name is let's say Matt. I say, hi Matt, how are you? I'm fine. Okay, Matt, I heard that you bought a car. Matt would say, yes, I did buy the car. You see, I did buy the car. Okay, why didn't he say I did buy a car? because he is going to talk about the car for the second time. So it doesn't make sense to say for the second time. So grammatically, okay, when we want to talk about the same thing for the second time, we use the definite article the. And don't forget, he's referring to something specific as well. Okay, very good, excellent. All right, hi everybody, I'm back. All right, very good. Let's continue with the definite article. All right. Now, this is the map of United States of America. It's a big country of over 300 and I think 50 million people. It has a lot of states. There's the states of Florida, Texas, New York, Washington. Hopefully one day I'll go there as a tourist. All right. All right. So let's see how we use the definite article here. Okay. All right. So we use the definite article the to talk about the 1%. Okay, the what? The 1% of the countries of the world. The 1% of the countries of the world that begin with the. Okay, that begin with the. Okay, that definite article. So for example here, the United States of America. Where I come from, the United Kingdom. Okay, for example, a country that is famous for its oil is Saudi Arabia. All right, we say the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Okay, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's the 1% of countries that we have to use the. Okay, we also have another example. One of my favorite countries that I would love to go on a vacation to. Let's look at here. Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. All right. We've got some nice. You could say swimming pools just outside the well-designed houses or small mini bungalows, right, on the ocean side. Okay, and this country obviously is famous for a lot of tourists coming and sometimes taking romantic pictures and spending their honeymoon here. Okay, we call it the Maldives Islands. What do we call it? The Maldives Islands. Okay, nice people, nice food, nice weather, right? Just a fantastic place to spend your time. Yeah, right? Excellent, very good. Now in the next slide, we will be quickly reviewing what we have covered so far. Okay, excellent. Let's continue. Now another wonderful picture, don't you think? Okay. This is the Canary Islands. The Canary Islands, yeah. It's another island where people also go for vacation. And some people, they actually buy homes here and they tend to retire after working so many years in a very busy, bustling place. Okay, so let's quickly recap what we have done so far, what we've learned so far. Cool? Excellent. It says here, my name is Joseph Hudson. Okay, my name is Joseph Hudson. I am a businessman. Okay, I am a businessman. Now let's look at here. Businessman is a noun. Okay, and it's one person, so it's singular. And we're going to use, what did we say? We're going to be using the indefinite article a. Why? Because the noun begins with the consonant letter B. Okay, businessman. Okay, fantastic. Let's continue. I live in the Canary Islands. Now, the Canary Islands is the 1% of the countries in the world where we have to use the definite article the before the name. Okay, like we said, the United States, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Dubai. You know, where is Dubai? In the United Arab Emirates. Okay, the United Arab Emirates. Okay, and we also talked about our lovely place, the Maldives. Yeah, so similarly here we say the Canary Islands. Why? Because of the 1% of the names of the countries in the world that we have to put the before that name. All right, clear. Okay, so I live in the Canary Islands with my wife and son. Okay, I own, meaning it's mine, I own a small restaurant. A small restaurant. Okay, Restaurant is the name of a, what do you think? Is it the name of a thing, person, or place? It's the name of a it's the name of a thing, okay? A restaurant, okay? And it also begins with the consonant letter, okay? R. Clear so far? Good. So a restaurant. And small is the adjective. It gives us more information about the noun. So we'll look into it later. Okay, adjectives. Now here he used the definite article the. Restaurant is usually very busy. Now look, he spoke about the restaurant. Okay, so he used the indefinite article a, and he spoke about that for the first time. Okay, now he wants to continue talking about it. He wants to continue talking about it for the second time. Now what did we say? We use the definite article the when we want to talk about a noun for the second time. Okay, fantastic. So the restaurant, this is the second time he's mentioning. Sorry, did I do 3? Sorry, this second time. All right, so the restaurant is usually very busy. Okay, I also have a house here. Now look at this. He's mentioning house for the first time, and what did we say? We use the indefinite article a in front of a singular noun that begins with the consonant letter, and in this case the consonant letter is H. All right, fantastic. Let's continue. He is talking about his house. He's continuing to talk about his house. So the house is huge and beautiful. Okay, very good. And remember what we said about the definite article the. Okay, we also use the definite article the when we want to talk about something specific, something precise, something relating to someone or a group of people or a thing. Okay, something specific, exact. So he's talking about here the Canary Islands, and specifically he's talking about its people. So will he say a people in the Canary Islands, or will he say the people? The people. Okay, because he's referring precisely or exactly to the people in the Canary Islands. Okay, so the people in the Canary Island are friendly. Clear? Fantastic. So let's just quickly recap. We said that there are 3 types of articles. We have the a, we have the an, and we have the the. Okay, and we divided the articles into 2. We said we have the definite articles, the definite article the, and we have the indefinite articles a and an. Good. Okay, and we said that we use the indefinite article a before a singular noun, and that singular noun has to begin with what? With a consonant. Okay, with a consonant letter, as in the case of a boy, a car, okay, a house, etc. Moving on. Okay, the an indefinite article. Also, we use it before a singular noun, but instead of that singular noun beginning with the consonant letter, we need a vowel letter, as in the case of an elephant. So, and we said the vowel letters are A, E, I, O, and U. Okay, so an elephant. If you're eating eggs, an egg. All right, you got that? An umbrella, an ice cream. Okay, all right, excellent. An orange. I like oranges. Excellent. And finally, we said the definite articles could be used in 2 ways. Okay, when we are talking about something specific. Okay, all right, and when we are talking about something for the second time. All right, so for example, what would you like? The Bugatti or the Lamborghini? If I were you, the Bugatti. All right, and if you're talking about something for the second time, did you buy a Bugatti? Yes, I bought the Bugatti. Okay, I bought the Bugatti. All right, fantastic, excellent. Well, it looks like we have reached the end of our lesson. I really hope that you've enjoyed the time with us. I have. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the lesson with your friends and colleagues on the many platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, even on the WhatsApp. Okay? And I look forward to hearing from your comments. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day or evening. Take care, and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye for now.